AITA for cutting off my wife's family after they tried to sabotage our marriage. Hey Reddit. I never thought I'd be here, but after everything that's happened, I need an outside opinion. My wife's family tried to destroy our marriage, and now that I've cut them off, my wife is begging me to reconsider. AITA? Buckle up, because this is a wild one. Background: a perfect family with a dark side. I, 33M, have been married to my wife, Emily, 30F, for 3 years. We've been together for 6, and she's the love of my life. The problem? Her family. Emily comes from a well-off, tight-knit family that looks picture-perfect from the outside. But behind closed doors, they're manipulative, controlling, and judgmental as hell. They've never really accepted me, and honestly, I don't think they ever wanted Emily to get married at all unless it was to someone they approved of. Her parents, especially her mom, Linda, 58F, and her brother, Jake, 35M, have been pulling petty stunts since day one. Ignoring me at family events while treating Emily like she's still their little girl. Telling Emily she settled for me and that she could do so much better. Making backhanded comments about my job, I'm in IT, which apparently isn't impressive enough for them. Emily has always defended me, but she's also tried to keep the peace because she's super close to her family. I love her for it, but after what they just did, there's no coming back from this. The sabotage, their master plan. Fast forward to a few months ago. Emily and I have been talking about buying a house and starting a family. It's an exciting time for us, until her family decides to interfere. One night, Emily came home looking distraught. I asked her what was wrong, and she admitted that her parents and Jake had an intervention with her. What was the intervention about? Me. Apparently, they sat her down and told her that she was making a mistake having kids with me. I wasn't a real provider because I wasn't making 6 figures. She should freeze her eggs and keep her options open in case someone better comes along. Divorce wouldn't be that bad because she's still young enough to start over. What the hell? Emily was in tears telling me this because she didn't believe a word of it. She told them to back off, but they kept pushing, claiming they were just looking out for her. And here's the worst part, they tried to set her up with someone else. Yup. They had a friendly dinner with a guy from their social circle and invited Emily, without telling her the real reason. When she showed up, they started talking about how he's single, successful, and would be a better match. She was horrified and left immediately. When she told me all of this, I saw red. The fallout: I go nuclear. The next day, I called Linda, put her on speakerphone, and demanded an explanation. Her response? We just want what's best for Emily. She deserves to be with someone who can truly take care of her. I lost it. I told her she was selfish, controlling, and had zero respect for her own daughter's happiness. I told her that if she and Jake ever tried to interfere in our marriage again, they would never see us, or their future grandkids. Jake jumped in and said, "We're only trying to open her eyes. She's making a mistake." I said, "The only mistake she made was trusting you too." Then I hung up. And from that moment, I was done. The aftermath: my wife is torn. Emily was furious at her family and cut contact for a while. She agreed that what they did was disgusting and told them they had crossed a line. But now, months later, they've been trying to apologize, more like sweeping it under the rug, and Emily is softening up. She says they regret how they handled things and that maybe we should try to move forward. Meanwhile, I'm still livid. I don't trust them. I don't think they regret anything, they're just upset they got caught. Emily says she doesn't want to cut her family off forever and is asking me to at least consider talking to them again. I told her I'm done. I refuse to let them back into our lives after what they did. And now? She's upset with me. She says she understands why I'm angry, but she doesn't want to be in a situation where she has to choose between me and her family. She thinks there might be a way to set boundaries without fully cutting them off. But I think there's no coming back from this. AITA for refusing to reconcile? I get that this is hard for Emily, but her family actively tried to break up our marriage. They tried to set her up with someone else. How am I supposed to just forgive and forget? I feel like if I give in now, they'll never respect us as a couple. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for refusing to reconcile with them? Or should I be more understanding for my wife's sake? Update: my wife's family tried to sabotage our marriage, AITA for cutting them off. A lot has happened since my original post, and let me tell you, things took a turn I wasn't expecting. 1. My wife went behind my back. After reading all the comments, I sat down with Emily and told her, plain and simple, that I was not willing to have her family back in our lives. I explained that this wasn't about a petty grudge. Her family had crossed a major boundary by trying to sabotage our marriage. If I let them back in, what's stopping them from trying again? She nodded. She said she understood. She lied. A few weeks later, I found out that she had secretly met up with her mom and Jake. How did I find out? Her brother was dumb enough to post a picture on Instagram with a caption about family always finding their way back to each other. I confronted Emily about it, and she admitted she had been texting them for weeks and agreed to meet them for lunch. She said she just wanted to see if they had really changed. I asked, did they apologize? Her response? Not really, but they seemed to regret how things turned out. Yeah. No. That wasn't regret. That was damage control. 2. The truth comes out, their fake apology. Since Emily was already talking to them, I decided, fine, let's see if they're actually willing to own up to what they did. We agreed to meet with them, on my terms. So, we set up a dinner at a neutral location. I walked in fully prepared to hear a genuine apology. Instead, Linda, her mom, started crying immediately. Not because she was sorry, but because she was so heartbroken that we cut her off. Jake sat there smirking like a smug asshole. They never actually admitted they were wrong. Instead, they said they were just concerned and looking out for Emily's future. When I asked if they still thought Emily should be with someone else, they didn't answer. That told me everything I needed to know. I stood up, said, this was a waste of time, and walked out. Emily followed me, silent the entire drive home. 3. My wife and I had a hard conversation. When we got home, I asked her straight up. Do you actually believe they regret what they did? She hesitated. Then she admitted, no. But I don't want to lose my family. That's when I realized, we had a bigger problem. Emily wasn't just trying to keep the peace, she was afraid of losing them completely. She said she felt trapped because she knew what they did was wrong, but she couldn't just cut ties forever. She begged me to try to coexist with them. I told her, I can't. Not after everything. She started crying and asked, what does that mean for us? And for the first time, I didn't have an answer. 4. Where we stand now. Right now, we're at a crossroads. I told Emily that if she wants to maintain a relationship with them, fine. But I will not be part of it. I won't be at family events, I won't take their calls, and I won't pretend like they didn't try to break up our marriage. She's struggling with that. She says she doesn't want to choose between me and them, but I told her, I'm not making you choose. I'm just setting my boundary. I made it clear. If they ever badmouth me or our marriage again, I expect her to shut it down. If she lets them interfere in our future decisions, kids, house, etc., I'm done. If she ever goes behind my back again to test the waters with them, that's a deal breaker. She hasn't decided what to do yet, but I told her I'm not budging. So, Reddit. I don't know what's going to happen next. But I do know one thing, I'm not letting her family poison my marriage. If Emily can't see that, then maybe I married the wrong person. I'll update again if things change. Wish me luck.